hi, Hyunda's here. Hi, Hyunda. Hi, King. Hi, Corsia. Hi, Van. Hi, Cadalbog. It's time for Pathfinder! Mm. Oh boy. Incoming lots of rage for the game with unfair bullshit has nothing to do with the RPG itself. I don't know. I did play Pathfinder that one time. I don't know, that one time. I don't know. Time for dice. I should add more dice to my. I should add more dice to my to my whatchamacallit, to my throne. Got a new horror D&D day. Okay. Are you going to share with the rest of the class? Alright, continue. Baphomet's cultists have no the slightest idea about who Baphomet really is, although any in-depth knowledge of his... Jesus! I guess the Baphomet cultists in Pathfinder aren't as good as the Pathfinder as the Baphomet cultists in 5e. I don't know. Sounds like Faerun's cultists are winning out. I don't know about that one. Oh, that doesn't really... There's a reason I can't play this game without modding it to make it like a TTRPG. Really? Want Ragos losses make me really hate 5th edition. See, this is why... See, because Solasta, like, only homebrew... only uses variant rules that benefit the Dungeon Master versus the ones that everyone uses that benefits the players. Time to finish the prologue? Jesus Christ. Hey, don't pick fights. Don't pick fights in my chat, for fuck's sake. Don't do it. So the DM use a peasant cannon as the No! I mean, I guess, like, good that the DM was using it against the party, but, like, fuck. I hate the peasant cannon so much. Fuck. Like, maybe this is just cause my dyscalculic ass has, like, really bad dyscalculia, but anyone who would use, oh, hey, the numbers of the system dictate this, versus what makes sense narratively, I fucking hate them, and I want them to die. You only play Pathfinder 1 first edition's games full of jank for sake of being a CRPG. It's almost as if CRPGs don't exactly, you know, go like one or the other, you know. 4th edition is actually good for what it set out. 4th edition set out to turn D&D into a video game. Which, I mean, I guess if that's what you want, okay, fair. Turn around and show us that ass. I'm not gonna No, for free. I'm not showing my ass for free. Oh, God. Video games are fun. Yeah, video games are fun. But... It wasn't bad, it's just a bad RPG. Yeah. Like, it set out to make D&D into a video game. Which D&D is not, and you can't really...
Something.
I've already forgotten how to play. I have already forgotten how to play. When do I... Wait, who can pick locks? Can you pick lock? You can pick locks.
I am helpful, am I not?
Ass not rendered. Hi, Nemo! Ass not rendered, waiting for the new... like, it's gonna be a while before... Okay, look, I'm not gonna get a model that's got, like, rendered genitals or anything. I'm not gonna ever get that. Like, this model has a booty. This model has a booty, it just, you know, doesn't have bits. Careful not to step on a trap by accident, don't pathfind away. Oh, fuck. Let's see what we got. We got decorated scabbard, gold, and potion of cure light wounds. Alright. Basic health potion. Cool.
This way. I crave for it. No reason to choose. Shall we move? We shall move!
Gotta have huge ass teeth. I'm gonna be honest, like, my waist is a little thin. My waist is a little thin. I think that's, like, the one thing about this model I'll be like, maybe got a point. But think of it this way, maybe this is just a really tight sweater and it's acting like a corset, or maybe I'm wearing a corset underneath it. You ever think about that? Or maybe I just have fat tits. Every enemy has their own unique statistical abilities. Knowing an enemy's strengths, weaknesses, enable hints about creatures you fight. Respect button on the interface bar or the Y key. You're making tactical decisions. Okay. If you have the whole squad selected and click on the card skill check, the best one goes first. Okay, well that's good at least.
I see blood! Blood!
I love blood! Okay, whose turn?
I'll cut you wide open.
Wait! Wait, it turned off fucking... It turned off turn-based mode! What the fuck? It doesn't save that between save files? What the hell? The ARB, as recorded, said, remind you of the first part of the game. Well, okay, look. Alright. Alright. Look. So, I do plan on getting a version 2 at some point. It's probably not going to be for, like, another year, because this costs, like, $1,000. Right? So, like, maybe at some point, like, if I feel like I want to get, like, another model, like, I'll do another donation drive, and if I just have $1,000 to spend, I'll get one, and I'll tell the model maker, hey, can you, like, you know, trim up a little bit, like, follow the referencing. Because you guys know what my ref sheet looks like. I'm not gonna put it on screen because it's got titties on it, but...
And the worst part of that story of the DM peasant canon is that he forced the players to make level 5 goblins.
Oh, fuck that. The model is just an observation. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get, like, an updated version, like, at some point anyway, because my model maker, like, Oishi's actually getting, like, better with every fucking model she does. So, like, in, like, a year or so, like, it'd probably be a good idea to get another model anyway, and plus, I could have this one from the ground up designed to have better facial tracking, because this one is getting an upgrade at some point. I just gotta wait till Oishi's commissions are open. I maybe want to alter the outfit a little bit, like, kind of, like, maybe see if I can get this scarf changed into something. 2 years gonna be a real ass dog. Oh, shit. I'm gonna just get the fuck over here. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, I'm not saying that I don't like this model, because I love this model. If I didn't love this model, this wouldn't be the default model I use. I'm just saying that, like, in, like, a year or so, I do plan on getting upgrades, because, like, I have, like, as I'm continuing as a streamer, and I'm getting better at what I do, and I'm getting more technology to apply to things, like, for example, I got the iPhone for the improved face track. Hi, Titan. I got the iPhone for the improved face tracking. But this model was not designed with that in mind. So, you know, like, while it does benefit from the better iPhone tracking, it doesn't have the level of expression that an iPhone rig would. I can get this model upgraded, but it wouldn't be as good as having it made from scratch for it. So I'm gonna get the upgrade once Oishi has a space in her commissions to do the upgrade, but give it like a year or two, and I'm just gonna get a whole ass new model done, and it's gonna be infinitely better because it'll be designed from the ground up, and Oishi's gonna have like a year of more experience under her belt. Sometimes good doesn't mean better? What do you mean? What do you mean good doesn't mean better? How do I end my turn? Okay.
The spirits demand your blood.
Oh, this bitch got, like, no... Lay on hands. Wait, that's it? That's all your lay on hands does? 1d6 hit points. Oh. Oh, that I hate that.
The light, take you.
Oh, this blows, dude. Sometimes the audience likes the old model. Okay. Basic low level. I mean, yeah, but like... What level are we right now? What level are we right now? I don't actually know.
No match for me.
Like two... Are we?
This pain is excruciating.
Alright. Let's go... God, this game is very, very slow. Let's go... Acid Splash... on you. Then Chainsaw Man today? No, Chainsaw Man is tomorrow. Today's Friday, right? I just saw a streamer lady was sleeping. We'll see somebody sleep. I don't get it. Perverts. That's what it is. Today is free WoW till the 20th. Oh, hell yeah. Like, actually, like, sleeping on stream is actually against Twitch's terms of service because it's a sex thing. It is actually, like, look how sluggish everything is. Holy shit.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Like, is it... Sleep is now a sex thing? Yes, actually. Actually, yeah. Okay, fuck. I don't want to have to explain this. Oh my god, okay. So, yeah, for some reason, there are people that, like, get off on the idea... It's not anymore. Twitch changed TOS to allow sleeps. Okay, well that okay, fine. Okay, so that Twitch is just embracing that it's basically becoming a softcore site then. Fair enough. So yes. So, for some reason, there's a fetish out there for just watching people sleep. Like, oh god, and yeah, like, So, I really don't understand this, because it's like, once again, I'm ace to start with, but like, ace people generally have like a pretty good grasp on kink culture because we can look at it objectively, right? So, but this is one that actually escapes me, like, outright, right? Like, most of them aren't sexual and everything. No. Sleeping is actually a kink. Sleeping is actually a kink. Fucking, I have no idea, like, where it comes... Like, seriously, like I said, ace people generally have a good idea, good grasp on kink stuff because we can look at it objectively, right? Like, objectively, we can look at it and be like, okay, that's generally why people like it. Okay, fine. That's why people are feet fuckers. That's why people are this. That's why people are that, right? Sleep, I do not understand, because, like, I've heard people describe, like, what they're into and what they're about with it. Apparently, the idea of somebody being helpless and only under your watch is part of it, so it's a power thing. Then, and also the fact you could wake them up at any point is another, like I said, it's a power dynamic thing. But then, like, I've also heard people describe it as, like, the sounds that they make, people make when they're sleeping, so, like, snores. Yeah, it is kind of rapey, huh? There's a lot of kinks that are kind of rapey. But, like, there's also the, like, the sounds people make. For some reason, people who have a sleep fetish associate it, like, with the same way a normal person or like an allo person would associate the sound someone makes during sex. So, no idea how that fucking wire got crossed, but apparently that's a thing. Yeah. Yeah, like, there is, like, it's actually kind of fucked up. Okay, so... Staying up tonight, Lamau. Sleep kinks simulate people who are knocked out or drugged. Yeah, that's another part of it, yeah. Yeah, so don't call people rapists in chat, please. Please don't do that. Like, even in jest. For fuck's sake. But, like, oh god, so there was actually a big thing in the trans community where there was a guy who would, like, kind of, like, there were people who, like, were very lonely, like, trans women who were really lonely, and they, you know, they wanted someone to talk to as they go to sleep, so they get on a Discord call with this guy, right? And this guy would, like, talk to them, and they would just have, like, you know, like, small, low-grade conversations until this person drifted off, right? It's something that, like, okay, that's kind of sweet that he's doing that. He was doing it for fucking, like, shitloads of different women in cascading time zones, and then he would watch them sleep for 4 hours. And he would just jerk off. Like, this man's would just sit there for 4 hours jerking off, listening and watching trans women sleep. And then he would end the call after 4 hours because that was generally the time they started to stir and wake up. It's super fucking weird, and it actually caused, like, a lot of people to level rape allegations against him. But, because it's such a non-standard kink... Yeah, because it's such a non-standard kink, apparently nothing came of it. Nothing fucking came of it. So, like... Yeah, no, fucking, I don't understand allosexuals at all. I was saying people who think the Earth is flat. What? Okay, I don't understand why you're bringing flat earthers into this, but okay, whatever, I guess.
I'll rip you apart!
People can just be weird, my guy. God damn it, he's not dead yet.
You are today's sacrifice! Go for their hearts!
No glory without risk!
Why are the motions so fucking slow in this game? Rear does not make it. Oh, shit. Shit. How do I stop? How do I stop the... Damn it! I did not mean to do that. Fuck's sake.
Am I at my limit?
That's annoying. Yep, and now I can't hit anything because there's someone in melee range. And if she moves, she's gonna get hit by a fucking... But my GPU is stunned. No, it's just how slow the game is. Yelling Sphere will leave a permanent mark in you, like finding his man who loves such very much. Oh yeah, I know that one. Yikes.
My feet
Might be setting me things a little faster, but not. I mean, I'll look for it after this combat, but like, holy shit, this game is just so slow.
No match for me.
Well, that worked.
This pain is excruciating.
God, I really don't want to just waste a fucking spell slot on Magic Missile here. But unfortunately, this goddamn system makes it so you can't fucking use range attacks on someone in a melee fucking fight. I hate Pathfinder so much.
I'll cut you wide open.
I hate Pathfinder so fucking much. Oh, you're a wizard in a team of melee characters? Well, fuck you. You're never gonna hit any attack ever. You can, but you just have enforced disadvantage. Hey, thank you for the resub, Lore Wand. Leather armor, crossbow, cold iron, scroll of inflict moderate wounds. Need to take the actual stuff for it. I've already had this argument with chat. I've already had it. I don't want to have it again. I don't like the idea that I have to take a certain feat to be able to do a basic thing. I don't like that. That is what I don't like. No, I don't want the main hand of Liv. I want the main hand of this bitch. 1d8. 1d8. Okay. Club. Okay, so you have a rapier. Okay, so that glaive, can anyone use it? You can use the glaive. 1d10. 1d8. I don't really have anyone who's like worth giving that glaive to, even though it's a. Are we back? Are we good? What the fuck just happened? That was fucking weird. Alright. Don't know what that was about. Okay. So why did I pick single target attack spells? Because I have fucking... Because one, these were the ones that I had access to. And two, I assumed that this system would work in a reasonable fucking way. Instead of like, oh hey, in order for your class to be effective, period, you are going to have to take feats instead of being able to have fun, fuck. Like, people go on about, like, you know, 5e being, like... By the way, I'm saying this as someone who would much rather be playing a fucking tabletop game of fucking Cyberpunk than fucking 5e or this. But this is what I have to work with. What absolute fucking colossal dipshit decided that in order for your class to be able to do the same thing that the fucking melee classes can do, you have to take a feat. You have to waste a feat point. Fuck. Like, people say that 5e is way too generous to spellcasters, but this game, like, this rule set sucks off melee so fucking much. Like, holy shit, fucking gargle the shaft a little more. Jesus. Like 5e, it's like, oh, hey, you're a wizard? Alright, well, you can do, like, 3d10 damage at level 4, you know, just as a treat. Whereas a fighter, in order to, like, with a fighter, you don't really get to do massive damage until, like, level 6. Right? So that's like, so you know, casters get, you know, the good shit, like, a little earlier. Here, however, Range characters literally easy. Then why can't I fucking hit anything? Like, why is it every attack I do on someone in a melee fight is at disadvantage? And if you say I should have got the feats or I should have picked different spells, then maybe they should have put that on the fucking front of the box. Instead of letting me get this far in before being like, hey, by the way, if you picked anything that requires a damage roll, you're going to miss until, like, level 5. Ritual pool filled with fresh blood. Oh boy. Oh, well, that's fun.
So many mods. So little time.
Save the last one for me.
Cool. He's got the dretches have resistance to acid. Nice. All right.
I'll rip you apart!
Let's not get into cast actual save or die. Jesus. You've encountered an enemy dredge who has damage reduction. Damage reduction DR is the ability that reduces all received damage by a certain number. Energy damage ignores this ability. So they just made... Oh, God. In the description of this ability, you'll find how it works for a specific creature. Use Inspect, or how much it reduces damage, and what kind of weapon can overcome it. This can be a special material, like Cold Iron or Adamantine, weapon type, slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning, or alignment, good or evil. For DR5... Okay, so this doesn't work how, like, I thought. Okay. All demons have energy reset... Oh, my God.
The spirits demand your blood.
Damage reduction 5. Exceptions, good or cold iron. So, Kamda, you're really not selling that the Pathfinder doesn't hate casters thing.
You are today's sacrifice.
Because these guys are just completely fucking immune to anything that's not a fucking melee strike from a cold iron weapon. Or a paladin. Enjoy playing a caster in a game where 90% of enemies are immune to energy. How was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know? Why'd they even make wizards fucking available as a class? Lorewand, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, but this was your attempt to make me like Pathfinder. I don't think it's happening, dog. Is it possible to make railroading fun? No. Railroading is never fun, and that's why I will never do it.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Like, literally. Like, if I can help it,
They'll beg me to stop.
like, sometimes, you know, you have players who, like, you kind of need to guide them a little bit,
Go for
right?
their hearts.
But for the most part, if you can avoid railroading, do it. 'Cause blasty wizards are bad wizards. So, if you want to play a wizard, you need to play the unironically worst type of wizard. Jamda, I'm very sorry. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this game. Because this is unironically, like... I don't want to say not fun. But the more I learn about Pathfinder, the more I hate it.
No match for me.
I'll cut you wide open. The spirits demand your blood.
I already knew you wouldn't after you were done building your character. Why didn't you warn me then, motherfucker? Yeah, literally the only person who's having fun here is this fucking paladin NPC.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
He wasn't there. Fair enough. Judging by the cards laid around here, summoning site, the cultists did manage to summon a demon in the end. Oh gee, I wonder which one they summoned. Potion of mage armor. I guess Pathfinder wanted to Wizard to be a support build like the fucking Faith build! God, I hate so much. Why are you like this, indeed? Called God Wizard for a reason. It certainly doesn't fucking feel like it, my god. The door to the heart of the shield mage is sealed by magic. Cool. So what I'm hearing is that they made the wizards at endgame so strong that they gimped them at early game, so... I'm sorry, what?
Wherever my legs carry me.
I hope you appreciate this.
Weak early game with... Yeah, okay, there's weak, and then there's being fucking useless. And right now, I feel fucking useless.
Forwards! What's that there?
I am helpful. Am I not?
Hello, motherfucker.
In other words, I would have made a black mage. Yeah. Hi, Brute. They helped them a bit compared to, say, 3.5, then they kept most in the same line. Oh, God.
Only you deserve my obedience.
Linear fighter, quadratic wizard.
On your whim.
You can trust me. The spirits guide me.
I will help where I can.
But why do they move so slow?
Quick, quick! Else we miss all the fun!
Give you my wizard a bow or something, a shooty bow, not a decorative one. Really? Is that actually valid? I followed the red line. The red line goes to this pressure plate out here. It doesn't actually go anywhere. I'm just gonna go this way.
I found something.
Give the wizard the crossbow. That is disgusting.
I'll take the bait.
That is actually disgusting. A wizard with a crossbow? Ugh. Ugh. Actually disgusting. Other door, I can't wait for the first secret box. Oh, God. I can still remember where the DM gave all the magic items to the barbarian whose strength is melee because the wizard doesn't want to date the DM. Fucking Jesus.
Trail me. May I see your entrails,
They will
please?
break against our resolve.
You are today's sacrifice!
If a wizard needs more than a dagger or a sword, then his robes aren't even worth pissing on. Yeah.
The light, take you.
Crossbow but build a wand at the handle, cast spells by firing. Honestly, I've seen wizards flavor their fucking spellcasting focus that way, and honestly, that's cool as fuck.
I'll rip you apart!
Ugh.
Let the attack commence!
Hey, fireworks, so someone's knocking my window and get freaked out. Yeah, like,
Go for their hearts!
I hate to say it, but fuck Pathfinder. I don't think I've ever said, like, fuck a system. Like this hard.
Into the fray.
But, bruh, fuck Pathfinder. Love it. Love it. There's an wizard crafted a magic staff shotgun. I mean, technically, that'd be an artificer, I would say, but is Pathfinder 2e is the thing? Jeez.
The spirits demand your blood!
Like, I'ma keep it 100. I'ma keep it 100. What the fuck?
Without risk.
There, baby. Yamda, that's not what I'm saying. Because we both know that I prefer Cyberpunk.
No match for me.
What I'm saying here is that in this system, it feels like if you're playing melee in this system, then you have an infinitely easier time starting out. I don't care if at level 100, yeah, I can fucking nuke a country. Or level 20, or whatever the fuck the cap is. I don't give a shit. What I care about is the fact that when I start out, do I feel like a wizard? I'm not asking to nuke a country. I'm asking to be able to hit a fucking spell. If you're going to purposefully misrepresent what I'm saying, then okay, but I'm going to push back. Like, fuck. Like, when I cast Acid Bolt, or Acid Splash, or whatever the fuck it is here, right? When I pull out my D20, right? And I wanna roll Acid Splash, right? I should be rolling the same dice as the melee guy. Right? This D20 I have in my hand, I should be able to roll it once, be like, okay, I rolled a 9, plus my modifiers, that's like, I think I've got like what, like a 12 intelligence, plus my modifiers, that's 10. Is 10 enough to beat their armor class? No? Okay, I miss. But then the paladin goes, hey, I run up to the guy, and I roll my dice. I use my charge skill. Okay, roll your d20. I rolled a 3. Okay, what's your modifiers? 2, because you have 15? Alright. Okay, so that's a 5, that's still not enough to hit. Instead, what's happening is I'm rolling a D, like that guy's rolling that D20 and missing. I'm rolling a D20, yeah, and I'm like, hey, I got a 14. I did actually just roll a 14, actually. Like, that means I got a 15. That beats their armor class. I'm gonna hit. And the DM's like, no, because now the paladin is in melee range. You've got disadvantage. Roll again. Okay, that time I got a 16, but let's pretend it's a 6. Okay, the second one's a 6. Okay, you miss. Like, good thing with ranged touch spells you roll against. I shouldn't be in fucking melee, though! As I recall, Pathfinder's biggest draw was the sheer amount of bullshit that got crammed into it, with the sheer breakthroughs of my versions that demands optimal builds. Yeah. Fuck that. I'd like to see one of these games where you have the option to roll the dice IRL, input the results. Okay, you could cheat, but it would add some nice immersion. Yeah. Ranged touch was the same thing as a melee touch. Ugh, gross. Now that I'm saying it that way, I'm beginning to dislike. But you see, like if you're playing a paladin, yeah, you need to spend movement to get up to the guy. But like, you only need to roll 1 dice. The wizard needs the moment you get within 5 feet of your opponent, the wizard has to roll at disadvantage because of something you did. Because of something you did. But it scales off of dex. Wait, so the wizard needs dex? Is it not the same for D&D, though? For ranged attacks, your party is in melee. No, actually. No, actually. In D&D, you do not take disadvantage if your target is engaged in melee. You take disadvantage if you are engaged in melee. So if you're shooting a fireball at the guy that your paladin is fighting, you don't take disadvantage. Your DM might add a +2 to the AC of the enemy. There's a variant rule, right? So, when someone is behind cover, you add +2 to their AC. If it's full cover, it can be up as 5. But generally for human shield, it's a +2. There's a variant rule someone can do where if you do not have a direct line of sight on the enemy because your teammate is in the way, your DM can add a +2 to that AC, and then if you miss, you're rolling against your party's AC. But that's a variant rule that very few DMs actually use and very, very few enforce. So, but if you're shooting at an enemy that's over there, and there's another enemy that is right next to you, then you have disadvantage, because that's because you got in melee range, and you fucked up. Versus here, however, if your teammate does something, you get fucked over. You get fucked over because your teammate did something. Not because you did something, not because the enemy did something, because your teammate dared to actually do what they're supposed to do. Them doing their purpose in the party fucks you over. That is the problem I have. The last thing I said basically what this is. Yeah, difference being though, like adding a +2 to an enemy's AC is different than you throwing out your highest rolls. I'm saying this as someone who, yes, I play 5e as I play 5e every week. Whatever, right? But 5e has so much shit I don't like either. Like, I would much prefer to be playing Cyberpunk. The -4, don't forget the quick save, oh god. Like, just give me a fucking Cyberpunk CRPG. Fuck. I will say, I'm gonna be honest, the main reason I actually still play 5e, and why I'm really glad I've gone into in-person games now, is because Cyberpunk doesn't actually use D20s. Cyberpunk is all D6s and D10s, which is really refreshing. But I have a dice set here. Actually, this is actually the dice set I'm gonna use next time I play 5e in person. The nat 20 on the D20 says fuck you, and the nat 1 says fuck me. And I find that hilarious, because I'm a child. and that is one of the few reasons I'm still playing. I'm still playing fucking D&D. Like, I do want to try out other systems as well, because because like D10 systems, I like quite a bit. But I also want to see fuck more D20 systems too. Thank you for the biddies, Lord Wand. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that thing I said for D&D. Remember, that is a variant rule. That is a rule that not only is optional, it's a rule that nobody fucking uses because it's bullshit. Man, Progressive really don't know what they're doing. Alright, so this guy is not in a melee range, so I can actually fucking try and hit him. And I still missed.
I'll rip you apart!
But at the very least, I missed because I rolled one d20 instead of rolling 2 and taking the lower one.
You are today's sacrifice.
If I have a straight line to the enemy, use the oh, I forgot about the charge ability. Right, shit, sorry. You bitch.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Die, die, die! They'll beg me to stop!
Stream is dead? Wait, did stream die? I want to see what's... Oh, is that the fucking D20 frag grenades?
Go for their hearts. I'll cut you wide open.
Is the stream dead? Spacebar also functions as end turn. Oh, fuck.
Into the fray.
Burn! Slice! Behead! No match for me.
The spirits demand your blood.
And now no one can hit anything. Wouldn't it be great if the wizard could actually hit something?
This will leave a bruise. No glory without risk.
Stream is birthing a bit? Oh, boy. Says it's good on my end. I don't really know what to say to that. All these rules are you will die, don't bother me, keep the door locked with the key I made. Okay.
No
We gotta
secrets
look.
escape my prying gaze.
The door to the unfinished section of maze can be opened using a nearby torch. Okay.
Well,
And I don't have enough. Well,
it should work. Is it flawed?
Rely on me.
wow, that's 2 times that's gone and just been like a 2. I don't know.
I'll bathe in your
Like, I don't want to shit on systems that people like. But, like... Ugh, fucking Jesus. Could be worse, Liv. Imagine if the wizard acted like a priest. Oh god, that would suck. Use cure potion. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I have potions. Fuck.
May I see your entrails, please?
Love this. Love this for me. That guy has a 10 AC, and I'm taking disadvantage on every fucking one.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh, hi, Mal.
The Inheritor, guide my
Jesus Christ, we just doubled that man's height. Holy fuck. That man was the size of a halfling, and now look at him. Jesus, we cured dwarfism, everybody. Fuck. Every time I've tried to use Tasha's, it hasn't worked. Every time I've tried to use Tasha's, it hasn't worked. But I'll try it. This scales off of Dex.
They'll beg me to stop.
Go for their hearts!
Y'all, I'm trying. Y'all, I'm trying so hard. Y'all, I'm trying so hard
Take you.
to, like, not hate this. Really glad I picked up the spider cat girl for my party. She's edgy but great. Wait! 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 Hold up! Hold the fuck up! No! No!
No match for me.
I'll cut you wide open!
Whoever made this system, I hope they die.
Into the fray.
In Minecraft. I hope they're playing a hardcore Minecraft world and they fall into lava.
All I see is blackness.
Magic missile at the very least. Magic missile can't miss. Of course, it only does minimum damage.
I'll rip you apart.
I will explain in a moment. I need to just kill this guy because I'm going to have a stroke otherwise.
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
I wonder what lies behind.
And I'm dead.
You are today's sacrifice!
The light. Take you.
Am I just gonna have to make another character and just make a fucking melee character? Is that it? Is that what this game wants me to do? Like, would that... Would, like, fucking level with me. Would that make this game more enjoyable? And bear in mind, that's a very low bar.
Go for their hearts!
Into the fray.
I know I'm just knocked out. I know I'm just knocked out. I know how death saves work, but, like, fuck. Okay. So... in this system, I've noticed that if you try and use a bow and arrow or a distance spell in melee range, the enemy gets a attack of opportunity against you by default. Little cringe, but whatever, right? It's a mechanic I will accept because it makes a modicum of sense. But a touch spell. A spell designed for use in melee. Also triggers an opportunity attack. Please tell me I do not need to explain to you, and I do not use this word lightly. Please explain to me. So please tell me that I do not need to explain to you how retarded that is. And I do not use that word lightly, because it is a word that honestly is a slur against me. I do not use that word lightly. That is the worst implementation of anything I've ever seen in any TTRPG. ever. And honestly, I want to see Pathfinder fans defend that. There's a mechanical reason for that, it's the same as another. It's fucking stupid! If you have a spell designed for melee use, why would you make it so that you get punished for using it? Fuck! Like, let's put this in D&D terms, right? Because D&D is the simplest and most brain-dead TTRPG on the market. And also, it's the progenitor of this. Or at least 3.5 was. The fact that you need feats in order to be able to play your character, period, that is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But, let's put this in 5e terms. So in 5e, there's a spell called Shocking Grasp, right? If you hit with it, your opponent cannot take opportunity attacks. Right? Its scale, if you're a wizard, then its attack bonus scales from your proficiency and your intelligence modifier. So let's use my wizard in my Saturday game, right? She's only level 2. She's got an int of 16, I believe, which is a plus 3. Yeah, featured enhance a build, not be mandatory. Yeah, so she's got a plus 3 modifier to her from her intelligence, and she has a plus 2 from her proficiency bonus from being level 2. So, let's say my mage, Ava, rolls to hit, so she gets stuck in melee with someone, and she wants to get away. Shocking Grasp has an effect where if you hit with it, your opponent cannot take any reactions until their next turn. Basically, it consumes their reaction for the turn, right? And reactions are what you use to cast opportunity attacks, shield spells, basically anything that you would use either aggressively or offensively on an opponent's turn, right? So Ava rolls to use the melee spell Shocking Grasp on this opponent. Oh, shit. I dropped my dice. But I got a 19. So, Ava, let's say this guy is a regular common bandit. He has an AC of 12. Right? He's just wearing basic leather armor. Whatever. So she grossly exceeds his AC. She deals, I think Shocking Grasp is like 1d6 damage, I think, this is a cantrip. But you don't do it for the damage. So he takes, just for argument's sake, let's just actually roll it, because it'd be funny. Our boy, I just dropped the fucking dice again. God damn it. I'm so mad that I'm throwing the dice. Oh, I got a 6, cool. Okay. So Ava deals 6 plus 5. Ava deals 11 damage. Right? So that guy is taking 11 damage. He can no longer take reactions. Ava uses the rest of her turn to move 30 feet the fuck the other direction. Right? Now Ava is safe. Ava is out of melee range for at least the moment. And if that guy wants to chase her, he's got to use his 30 feet of movement to chase after her, and maybe he can still hit her. But, because now she's 30 feet away, there's a chance for the fighter in our group, or our Hexblade Warlock, to get between her and the fighter. Or, better yet, maybe she's already retreated behind the fighter, so if he wants to charge after her, he's got to go through the warrior, and there's a good chance that the fighter will do an opportunity attack of his own, so now the bandit needs to think twice about going after the squishy wizard. In this system, In this system, if Ava were to use Shocking Grasp, it wouldn't matter if she eats his reaction, because when she casts it, he, by default, gets to hit her anyway. So, Ava does not use Mage Armor, because Mage Armor is for cowards, so she's got an AC of 12. So the guy rolls his attack, let's say he's got a +3 modifier. He got a nat 1, so... Okay, so, yeah, so 9. So 9. So he has 12. Meets it, beats it, he hits Ava. He's got a short sword that does 1d6 of damage. Another 6. I really like this dice, actually. I'm gonna use this dice more. He rolls a 6. +2, he's got 8. Ava has 12 hit points. Because she's a wizard, she's really squishy, and also I don't remember what her damage is right now. So, Ava has just lost over half of her fucking hit points on an opportunity attack on a touch spell designed to be used in melee, supposed to get her out of it. And the main reason I use Shocking Grasp there as an example is because that laughter spell, I'm assuming, fulfills the same purpose. You hit with it, the guy... What's worse here is the guy has to make a save, and if he succeeds the save, it doesn't fucking work anyway. So not only do you need to beat his armor rating, but then you need to beat a fucking wisdom save. You need to beat 2 things. And this guy can then fucking hit you anyway. When the intent of using a spell like this is to make a guy indisposed for long enough for your squishy wizard to get the fuck out. Partially it's due to the module they implemented for this game. A lot of enemies here are demons, which have inherent resistances and immunities to certain elements of magic. That means that until the casters are able to build up their spell pen, they ignore elemental immunities, they are behind the curve. The combination of this module, they implement in the systems that push you towards AoEs, buffs, and CC. Valuable abilities are ones that can't fully miss, like witch curses. So literally I just picked the worst class then. I just picked the worst class by picking Sorcerer. That's what you're telling me. They gave me the option to be a sorcerer, and then went, Lamau, no. I hate to say it, but, like... It's like, Pathfinder kinda sucks, bruh. Gets stronger later. I mean, It gets stronger later is not a valid... It gets stronger later is not a valid argument. I'm sorry. It's not. Because... How long is this game to beat? Like 40 hours? Right? Like, this game is 40 hours. And the class I pick sucks for like the first 25. 200. Okay. So, if this game is 200 hours long, and like playing this class sucks for the first 150. You can't go, no, hold up. The last 50 hours are going to be so fucking good for your class. That last 50 hours, oh, that'll make that 150 worth it. Fuck you, that's not, yeah. Later doesn't count if I die now, or I get so frustrated I say, fuck this, I'm out. I do not owe this game anything. I do not owe this game a goddamn fucking thing. So it's got a strong lock on it. You'll break every lockpick you have and it won't budge. Believe me, I've tried. Okay. Cool. That was before I found the key to it and took a few valuables for myself. Ha, take a look inside, you might find something you can use. Cool. Scale mail. Potion of Bear's Endurance. Flail, axe, rapier. So all shit I already have. Battle axe. First magic item? Certain Josh said if the game gets better later, you have to get better. Wait. If the game gets better later, then have it get better from the beginning. People will like it more. Exactly. Like, oh, the scale mail was magic. Oh fuck, it was. It's +1 scale mail bears +2 insight bonus to AC against undead. Fuck. All right then. That's actually really good. I guess the paladin gets it. Hell yeah. Like, I don't want to be, like, the negative Nancy, right? I don't want to be like, oh man, fuck this game. But, like, bruh. Oh man, I got, like, 17 potions. Oh, bracers of armor. These bracers grant their wearer armor bonus of +1, so they were wearing armor. Armor bonus does not stack with armor bonus from different sources. Such as wearing armor or. So can I like wear this or is? Oh, I've already got a pair. Oh, these bracers grant +1 luck bonus to AC. Only your main character. Oh, fuck. Okay. So wait, does this doesn't stack with armor then? Wait. So what's the point of this then? Oh, she's naked. That's... Why are you naked? Why are you not wearing armor? You also used fully heal. Why is she not wearing armor? That's what I'm thinking of my fun times with Pathfinder 1 where...
I need my head pats on each hand.
Yes, I need... Armor has a max dex limit. Really? Sometimes it passes when one fluke in case of good GMs and good third-party content. Now I'm having fun other systems without fluke or third-party. Yeah. Like... Bruh. I don't know if Yamda's still here. But, like... I'm sorry. I don't want to shit on Pathfinder. I don't want to, because I know that Pathfinder is popular, people like it, and people must like it for a reason. But I don't understand why. Because so far, this has just been kicking me in the gawk, like, non-fucking stop, and it just has... Still shitting on Hyamda. We're not shitting on Hyamda. Hyamda was just coming in here and defending Pathfinder. Despite the... And just... Anytime I said something, Hyamda was like, oh, 5e made you a baby. Open door? What door? Oh, this door. Like, I count Hyamda as a friend. I'm really tired of, like, any criticism of Pathfinder being like, oh, well, you just like 5e. Bruh. If I I tolerate 5e.
I hope you appreciate this.
Like, I tolerate 5e. The one downstairs? What door? Oh, there's a door here.
What do we have here?
This game contains optional, but especially dangerous opponents or boosted enemies, and the most experienced adventurers can handle. What's right to on the other door? Think carefully, weigh all the risks. Large water elemental.
I crave for adventure.
Okay, fucking catch this magic missile.
Mark, you silly
Oh,
spell.
you dick. I guess people who like Pathfinder are really into min-max and character builds, a system which aspects players to plan ahead with defeat spells, maximize their potential. Oh! Shit, I think you just described Hyamda, explicitly. Holy shit. Like, that's actually kind of, like, the fun thing about Hyamda is, like, is as a DM, Hyamda's actually really fun as a player because you kind of, like, you kind of, like, get to see, like, okay, how can you... like, how is he going to destroy this encounter with a min-maxed character? You know, like it actually did teach me a lot. And Hyamda did actually teach me a lot about you're just out the fucking range. Bullshit. About like balancing for characters that are a little bit too strong. Yeah. Like, Hyamda loves that shit. And even if he denies it, because we've seen it in action. That's not where I clicked, video game!
I'll rip you apart!
Oh, cool. Taught me not to allow Summoner. No, it taught me to put more restraints on shit like Summoner. Cool.
So this is how it feels.
They just died in one hit. Yeah, I'm not liking that. Later, fucker.
They'll beg me to stop!
So this is how it feels.
Yeah, later, fucker. I'm outie. Have you had to kite it around? Oh, cool.
I'll rip you apart!
Oh, they dead. Oh, they dead.
Commence!
The CR4 monster, I see. All jokes aside, I am the most borderline anti-D&D mega fan I know. Not sure where D&D baby comes from. I've noticed that, like, Pathfinder fans will break out D&D baby against anyone who criticizes Pathfinder. You know? Oh no, I guess that's the end of our story. Oh no. Gee. Well, that was the end of the video game. Oh god. Do I have to just make another... Do I just need to make it like another character and just play a fucking boring-ass melee build? Is that it? Is that what I gotta do? Oh no. Fucking... Like, is that what I gotta do? Is that what I gotta do? In order to have, like, any modicum of fun. Just play a fucking melee character. Best builds are pet builds. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Game over. No, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far. Oh. Fuck. So honestly, I'm just taking a minute from my brain right here because god fucking damn it. Pathfinder is one of those games. I feel like it's a TTRPG for people that don't like the R part. The RP part of the RPG. You know? Does that make sense? Like, hydrate. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? I haven't actually had any water for like the last hour and a half. So yeah, it's a pretty good idea. Like, I do kind of want to actually get Hyundai in and have him like actually give me some ideas and be like, hey, here's how you do character. But like at the same time, I feel like that'd be the most boring fucking character to play. But okay, so like to put it in context, so I'm gonna take Cyberpunk. Actually, no, I'm not gonna take Cyberpunk out of the equation because Cyberpunk, the way I play Cyberpunk is the epitome of this. So you guys know I have dyscalculia, right? I've said it multiple times. Numbers are very difficult for me, especially when they get like more in depth, right? Like basic math, like okay, I roll d20, okay, I add 5, I add 2. Like, you know, like that. But like when it's like you've got like 6 layers of math to determine something, or it's like, okay, I've got to do all these derived stats, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do that makes my brain overload, and that makes my brain scream. Right? And that's and you can play D&D that way. You can play D&D that way. You can get into the minutia, get into the weeds, and do that. But D&D also allows you to do dumb shit. Like, and prioritize the roleplay over the mechanical aspect. This game feels way more designed to put those people first. Like this game feels like the kind where it's like, hey, if you enjoy doing like the minutia and mechanical and going like deep in the fucking weeds, this is the system for you. Which I guess is fine, but like my D&D characters, right? Let's see. Let's go through like the list of ones that I've done so far, and both in playstyle and what do they pick. So and I'm not gonna bring any homebrew people in. So my most recent character, Ava, she's a necromancer wizard, and she's a reborn, right? She's a reborn. She's basically undead. Like, she woke up in an underground crypt, and the only spell she has in her spellbook is basically the remains of a spellbook she found in her crypt, right? So, with a wizard, you start with a certain number of spells, yeah, etc., etc. So for her, what I did was, I picked a list of, like, 20 spells I was able to get, and I rolled a d20, the amount of, like, spells I had access to. So I think, like, at first level, you have access to, like, 6 spells. So I rolled a d20 6 times, re-rolling doubles, of course, and I used what I had. Because her spellbook is Slapdash, and it's completely ruined by the ages. So, and also I did prioritize necromancy spells because she's a necromancer, and this is a tomb built basically built by necromancers. So of course, like, the spellbooks would lean a certain direction. That's how I did, and that's how she got most of her spells. Right? That is by no means optimal, and she has some real fucking stinkers in her spellbook, but it makes sense for how she is. Like, you know, and, like, also, like, the way she is, like, she does not understand how the living works, you know? Like, see someone get run through with a sword, and you'll be like, he'll be fine. I've been run through by a sword, and I'm fine. Like, hey, like, where did everyone go? The sun went down, and everyone disappeared. What the fuck? Where'd everyone go? Because she doesn't realize that sleeping is a thing, because she doesn't have to do it. She doesn't understand why people take breaks for snacks. She doesn't know what hunger is. Like, you know, shit like that. Like, and that is how I play. Like, that is how I play D&D. That's how I play most tabletop games. Like, my characters, like, the spells they have, the way they act, it's not gonna be, oh, this is mathematically the best thing to do. This is the best... Yeah, that's literally it. Blissfully naive undead. That is her... That is literally the description I have for her internally. Like, she doesn't even really realize she's dead. Like, she thinks she's fine. But, like, she woke up in a tomb and there's skeletons everywhere. She's like, ah, that's weird. Oh, well. Like, because she's got no context. Like, if I were to play her mathematically correct, I would have tailor-picked her abilities. I would have tailor-picked her feats. I would have tailor-picked fucking everything. Instead, I spin the wheel, because that was what made sense for me. And that's what made sense for her as a character. Jesus, Mel. That just takes all the fun out of it. What the fuck? Like, and then, like, oh my god, my brain. Okay, but, yeah, like, and Cyberpunk I played the same way. So, my roommate, Kat, right, they run a Cyberpunk game on Tuesday nights, right? I made a rocker girl, and I just took the full customization. Instead of making the most mathematically broken character, which I fucking could have done, I could have made a character that just fucking annihilates everything. I made this. I made this. Hang on. Gotta make sure there's no porn on my screen. That's a joke. That's a joke, lads. Instead of making the most, like broken character I could, I made this. I made this. Now, you might ask yourself, is that a cat girl, Liv? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You might ask yourself, Liv, did you really take 3d6 humanity loss for a bit? Yes, I did. Okay, what is with that pose? She's supposed to be a rocker girl. Her main source of damage is karate. The only reason she has this gun is because she had points in handgun, and I didn't want to let that go to waste. So she has the weakest handgun type in the game, literally just for enemies that she can't reach with her fists. Like, fuck. Like I unironically, I had an idea, I thought it would be funny, and I went with it. I went with a rocker girl that goes entirely through, that fights with karate, and only karate. And I decided I would have the most amount of fun with that I could. Am I able to download this character sheet? Please? Okay, so here's her sheet. Here's her sheet. I just described furry Dante. Fuck, did I? Shit. Yeah, like, I, like, literally, like, if you look at, like, so her name is Kabio, but she goes by Kai, or at least that's her handle. Her actual name is Hikari Nara. But, her whole thing is that she is she's a streamer. She scrolls brain dances. She scrolls brain dances, of her jobs, and she edits them, and then she puts them online, and that's how she gets famous, that's how she gets money, that's how she gets fans. Essentially, she's an edgerunner YouTuber, and I thought that was hilarious. But you look at her skills. 5 points in martial arts, 2 points in melee weapon, and literally those points are literally only because she's got Big Knucks, which is a melee weapon that allows her to bypass certain types of armor. Oh wait, and then the DM came out and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's not scaling off a melee weapon. Big Knucks scale off a brawling because that makes more sense." And I was like, "Fuck," and I put points into brawling instead. But like, literally, I could have done this in such a way. Could have gone legend. Ooh, that's true. Like I could have made the most broken, overpowered character. I could have made a solo with combat awareness as high as I could get it, gone for shoulder arms, and had a shotgun and an assault rifle, and literally, and just pumped those skills to fucking max, and just basically made it so that if I get into any combat at all, things die. If I'm in a social situation, I pull out my gun and I fucking, use... And I just fucking just intimidate with a gun. Like, I would just put points into interrogation. Like, or just... And even then, like, to be honest, I could have just solved the social situation by just fucking shooting people, or threatening to shoot people. Like, seriously, I could have gone ham. I could have made the most broken, overpowered Munchkin character, because I know this system inside and out. This system lives in my fucking veins. I know this system arguably better than I know 5e. But I didn't. I have entire books of optional additional cyberware from the 2020 version that I can very easily update for this, that would have made me broken strong. Am I using it? No. All I have a braindance scroller, and I have 2 cyber arms. That is it. That is all she has. And the only reason she has cyber arms is to boost the damage of her karate. But here's the thing. In red, they actually removed the damage bonus for cyber arms with martial arts. Like, with martial arts, you're always doing max damage. Versus with brawling, but with brawling, you do need, like, so if you're gonna be, like, just kind of like a street brawler and just going, like, throwing punches like haymakers and shit without, like, a martial art, then if you don't have cyber arms, that's 1d6 divided by 2. If you have cyber, or at least, like, if you're, like, like a low body. If you're a higher body, then it gets more. But if you have... You want to hear something Overlord Season 4? Sure. Like, but yeah, like, but, like, here's the thing. Like, you don't have to get cyber arms. Like, if you want to be a brawler and not have cyber arms, just, like, get a higher body score. If you like stack yourself up to fucking 8 body, you're doing as much damage with a punch as a fucking cyber arm does. Like, with flesh arms. Like, and the only way to get higher than 8 body is to actually cyber yourself up, so... But, like, you could still go... Like, you could just be flesh the whole way through. But if you're lower body and you want that higher damage, get cyber arms. I didn't realize I didn't need them, so I have them, and they're there for the flavor instead of for the damage. If the character is weak as fuck, it does take the fun out a bit. That is true. There is a point where you do need to like kind of hit that balance. You can make your character, you know, I pull the dung cart and like, you know, have nothing else. You know, oh, what's your character do? He pulls the dung cart. Okay, what are his weapons? The dung! You know, like if you do that, then yeah, okay, like, you only have yourself to blame. But if you want to make a fucking coprophilic dung collector, you know, maybe, you know, give him a couple things to make him viable. Remember Philip? Well, if Albo decided to practice interrogation techniques, very well still be alive. Well, that's fun. Like, my point is, right? Like, you can go full numbers. You can go full numbers and make yourself as strong and ridiculous as you want, right? There is nothing stopping you from doing that. But if you make them completely non-viable, then that's another issue. But it also goes the other way. If you math the fun out of playing a character so there's no room for roleplay, everything has to be mathematically the best every time, then I don't understand how you can have fun at all. Maybe there are people that just get off on doing big number, right? Maybe you just get off on doing big number. But you're missing out. Cause TTRPG, tabletop role-playing game. If you make a character that is really, really fun but weak as shit, you got the table, you got the top, you got the role, and you got the play. But you don't have the game because your character is literally worthless. But if you go the other direction, you've got the table, you've got the top, you've got the game, but you don't have the role or the play. And you especially don't have the play because if you roll a d20 and you crit every time, and I'm exaggerating, and you crit every time and you kill everything in one shot, are you really playing the game? Or are you just taking up space at the table? And also, Xeno, I would argue that Tallulah is actually one of the better examples of someone who made a viable character and decided to have fun. Isaiah, and fucking you, and you guys can fucking, like, quote this to him as well, because Isaiah, I would argue, despite the fact that Isaiah is still, very much feels like he's still learning systems and how to tabletop properly, Isaiah is arguably one of the better people that I have taught, like, tabletop shit. And Xeno, you are one of the other people. You are one of the other people that falls into that category. So, as instead of, like, looking up, okay, what's the strongest D&D class? Like, what's the strongest D&D class? What's the strongest sub thing? What's this? What's that? What's that? What do? Instead, Isaiah was like, okay, I feel like playing a fighter. And also, like, he had, like, the Dragonborn character in Curse of Strahd, but we're gonna ignore him for a moment because that entire campaign was sussy as fuck. Yeah, like he's like, well, I like the idea of a fighter. Fighter sounds fun. Dual wielding sounds cool. Okay, what race do I vibe with? I vibe with the Leonin. Alright, I'm gonna pick the Leonin. The Leonin technically don't exist on Faerun, but I worked with him to get Leonin, like, involved in the world in such a way that was believable and made sense. Right? Just, you know, and he just fucking went ham. Like, he had his character had a sense of justice, his character had, like, etc., etc. He did some things where I was just like, Isaiah, what the fuck? Like, selling that +1 club, because his character does not view a club as a worthy weapon, so of course he got rid of it. And it caused party drama, but party drama is part of the fun. And then when he discovered a character that his character would have interest in, despite the fact that she has no interest in him, he decided, hey, like, magic seems really cool. A lot of, like, the best people around me are wizards. I want to learn magic. And he took a class in wizard, despite the fact he just barely fucking met the minimum int requirement, and therefore was an actually pretty weak wizard, all things considered. But he made it fucking work. His wizard spells were not very strong, but he picked spells that made sense for his character and were utility-focused. Now, he wasn't going for fucking fireballs and shit. Like, he was going for shit that, like, made sense, like, and made up for his weaknesses as a fighter. So, Catapult, for example, is a really good spell, and he used it to great effect. Like, Isaiah is the perfect example of a person who, while he doesn't understand the mechanics of D&D as well as probably, say, Hyamda or me or whatever, because, like, me and Hyamda could probably have a fist fight over this shit, he understands the roleplay aspect, and he understands enough of the game to make a character that is, like, that is fun to roleplay while still being still being viable. And the hawk that we killed every time, exactly. And then you've got you. Like, you, when we started, is it fair to say that you maybe did not understand, 5e as well as you maybe could have? Is that fair? Because, like, I remember you asking a lot of basic mechanical questions, and that's not to shame you, because it was, like, literally your first campaign. Like, you did very much the same. You looked up, like, hey, what's a character that I think is cool? I like a sorcerer. I like sorcerer. Oh, dragon blood. That sounds cool. And we worked together, we made a character, we gave them a backstory, we gave them a vibe, and you stuck with that vibe, and you picked, like, even against creatures that fire was not the best fucking thing to use against, your character is the son of a red dragon. So, of course, like, fire is going to be, like, their main answer to every question. You just theme fire versus ice, I was thinking, like, yeah, like, but still, that's still valid. You picked a theme and you fucking went for it. Like, and that's the fucking best part. Like, I hate Munchkins. I hate Munchkins so fucking much. Because it's just not fun. I would rather make a boss that is borderline impossible to defeat, and, like, a group of role players, like, struggle and fight and almost die and just barely squeak out a victory because they essentially won via roleplay, than a bunch of Munchkins that just go like, okay, well, I'm going to roll a d20. Okay, I got a 1. I'm going to use my lucky feat to roll again. That's 19. Okay, that's a 19. I'm going to roll a d12. Or do I know? 2d8 for my greatsword. Yep. Okay, I got 2 1s, but I've got Great Weapon Master, so I'm going to roll again. Okay, that's 2 8s. And I'm going to smite. Oh, I failed to smite. Okay, I'm going to use... I got minimum rolls on the smite. Okay, I'm going to use this ability to double the damage of the smite anyway. And he's dead! That is the most boring fucking shit ever. That is the most boring shit ever. Like, Jesus. Alright. Okay, I think my brain has calmed down now. But yeah. I don't hate this game, because I don't hate this game, I just feel like the system was not designed for me. I really feel... Is Hyanda still here? I don't think so.
I need my head pats on each hand.
Hair pats. I don't think Hyanda's still here. This might... I'm so excited to hinder the party with my roll. Oh, fucking faith build. Alright. So I'm basically saying emulate the likes of the Faraway Paladin and Goblin Slayer. No. I'm not saying that. Okay. So... Fuck. Goblin Slayer is both a good and bad example. Goblin Slayer has a bit, right? His bit is, I hate goblins. I'm gonna kill the goblins. And as a result, everything he does is in the pursuit of killing goblins, even if it fucks him over, like with the Goblin Lord where he almost fucking died. But he munchkins the shit out of everything. Like, he's very creative with his munchkinning, do not get me wrong. But he still munchkins the shit out of everything. So, Goblin Slayer I think is probably, like, one of the few examples of, like, a unicorn of a role-playing munchkin. What I will say, though, is that's still a munchkin, and it's still a problem. Because I feel like in an actual fucking tabletop setting, like, his whole thing is, I'm not gonna let people roll the dice. That's tantamount to not letting people play the game. You know? Like, the archer's like, I'm gonna roll to attack the goblin, and Goblin Slayer's like, no, you don't. I'm gonna use this scroll of dimension door, and I'm gonna open up a dimension door to the ocean about, like, 100 miles that way. And, I'm going to use basically a pressure cutter to slice the monster in half. And I shouldn't have to roll a, attack for this, because it's environmental damage. So, yeah. So, Goblin Slayer is a different problem. Goblin Slayer is a problem because he doesn't let the other people in his party play the game. Anime-wise, it's great. And if the other players are on board, okay, fine. But I feel like the Elf Ranger is like the perfect example of, motherfucker, let me play the game! Fuck! And Faraway Paladin, I feel like, is actually a good example of what I am talking about. Because, Will's build, he's a paladin. Like, short and simple. And, like, while he is really strong, like, Will is kind of like that kind of, like, basically, Will's the kind of person where it's like, he's coming into an adventure with, like, 4 magic items, straight off the bat. Right? The DM basically was like, hey, Will, here you go. But the thing is that, like, while, like, the early episodes was ridiculously fucking easy for him, it's because the later episodes, our boy gets his ass beat a little bit. Our boy gets his ass beat more than a little bit. And that's with those fucking items. So Will is the example of a roleplay heavy player being basically given a leg up by the DM, because the DM knows that some rough fucking shit is coming. So Will gets to enjoy that bit of power for, like, the first 2 levels, and then he's going against shit that probably should be, like, 4 levels higher, my guy. Let's make a new game. Like, I don't want to go to fucking basic bitch story mode. Ugh, God, I'm gonna be honest, this has actually kind of killed this game for me a little bit. Like, is that fair to say? Is that fair to say? Like, Laura, I know, like, you were excited to see me play this. But, like... Fuck. Like, I really don't want to play. Okay, let's make a new character. Normal, who cares? What happened to me? Even did my character hit a wall? No, I just fucking, I feel like I can't do anything because I'm playing a fucking caster. Like, I'm playing a caster. It's gonna be an uphill battle if I really don't want to... If you really don't want to, don't force yourself, but think you're gonna like it. Ugh. No need to restart it. I mean, I feel like I can't fucking do anything is the problem. Alright. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a new character. And seeing as we have people that actually... And hi, Ick. Hi. Seeing as we have people that actually fucking like Pathfinder... Pick my class. Pick my class. Seeing as, you know, I'm the gay D&D baby, pick my class. Take easy difficulty 11? Wait, what? What do you mean, easy difficulty? Easy difficulty 11. Like, there's journalism difficulty, and there's casual. So I was playing on normal before. I was playing on normal. Oh, I'm outside of the tracking of my phone. I guess I'll just set it to casual. Fuck it. I'm not going on journalist mode. You know what? I'm probably gonna wind up playing a fucking melee character. I might as well. I'll pick my portrait later. No? No one wants to tell me what class? It couldn't be us. Pathfinder requires proper metagaming proportionate to your ability to crunch numbers to be viable in any game. Ugh. Okay, let's just see what fucking classes we have. Alchemists is an usual class employs... Okay, what's the easiest? What's the class they've got listed as easiest? Barbarian. Barbarian is the one that they've got listed as easy, really. Bard, Blood Rager, Cavalier. Of course, I'm seeing a. Are you guys seeing a fighter? Oh my god. No, Nemo, don't. Nemo, don't. Are you guys seeing a trend? God damn it, you motherfucker. I can't believe you would fucking do this, you son of a bitch. Oh, oh. Yeah. Ah! Oh god, it's fucking broken again. Oh boy. Okay. Here we are. Bobbin time. Bobbin time. Oh man, Pathfinder? I fucking hate Pathfinder. Oh shit. Oh shit and fart. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to help you get strong in this game. The metagame me enough. I just don't like it. I just like it as it got me into TTRP. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Van. I'm sorry I hate the game that got you in. I would recommend Peck. But yeah, like, are you guys noticing a fucking trend here? Like, Fighter, 1, Hunter, 3, Inquisitor, 3, Kineticist, fucking 5, Magus, 5, Monk, 2, Oracle, 3, Paladin, 2, Ranger, 2, Rogue, 1, Shaman, 4, Skald, 3, Slayer, 1, Sorcerer, 3, War Priest, 4, Witch, 4, Wizard, 4. Are you guys noticing a fucking trend? Are you guys noticing a fucking trend? Hey, do you have any ranged ability whatsoever? Fuck yourself. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Fuck it. I don't want to play it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually a little upset. I'm actually more than a little upset. I don't... yeah, every single caster or ranged fighter is hot. Like if you are a melee caster, if you're a if you're a melee fighter, I'm sorry, Lord Wand. I'm sorry. Like, I am so sorry, because I know, like, you wanted me to play it. I know you wanted me to play it. You paid for it. I'm sorry. It's just... I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun. And, like, if the only way for me to have fun is to play a class that I don't want to fucking play... Wasn't meant to upset me. I know. I'm sorry. I just... Ugh. Fuck. Hmm. Like... Like, I like playing casters, right? I like playing casters. Casters are my favorite type. Casters are my favorite type of fighter in in any fucking game, right? I like
need my head pats on each hand.
yes. Like casters are my favorite type in any game because I like being able to cast fireballs. I like being able to shoot magic out of my hands because I'm gonna be honest, in real life, believe it or not, I'm pretty small. Like, you know, like I like the idea of I always look up to like wizards and shit in media. Like I don't like the big strong paladin. I don't like fucking the like Legolas with his fucking bow. I like shit like I like people like Gandalf. I like people like fucking Gandalf. I like people like fucking God. Hmm. I'd rather feel power. I'd rather feel it. It's not about feeling powerful. It's about feeling actually useful. You know? Their approach is hang on to level 8 through 10, you'll kill everything. Well, I don't owe the game that many hours. Like, fuck. What are we doing for the rest? Level 1 WoW character versus... Oh, I'm gonna fight you! I'm gonna fight you! Because a level 1 WoW character lets you feel useful at least. And you know what? I'll even do you one better. I'll throw WoW Classic in. Alright, fuckers. WoW Classic, Burning Crusade Classic, or fucking Wrath of Lich King Classic. Pick one. Pick one, I'll fucking show you, motherfucker. Oh shit, I only have Wrath Classic installed. Shit. Level 1 Warrior when no one knew how to play the cat. Okay, well, to be fair, Warrior was kind of poorly designed when it first came out. And I know you're right. I do not! No! Like... Okay, you guys are approaching this the same way Hyamda did, when Hyamda called me a D&D baby. I don't want to feel powerful at level 1. I want to feel useful. Does that like click? Fucking I don't know why I went there. I'm gonna make a new character. Alright, we're gonna make a mage. I don't know what race to make the mage. Picks out to be its by enemies scale. If you have fun later in the game, then you get to the fun part earlier. Yeah. Like, okay. So, let's compare, like, let's, once again, going back to D&D, because D&D is, like, the most across the board. Your average peasant in Dungeons & Dragons, your average person, just normal person, like, they've never adventured a single day in their life, has 3 HP. 3 HP. That's it. That's all they got. Right? A wizard, the weakest class health-wise, has an average of 8. In fact, I'm pretty sure the lowest a wizard can go is about 6. So even the weakest wizard can take twice as much damage as the most basic fucking peasant. And the reason that is because at level 1, your character has spent at least a few years going around doing something, whether it was they were like an adventurer for hire for a while and like here's like their big break, or they were at wizard school or whatever, and like that's like, you know, and they've been doing like wizard school shit. Yeah, like a level 1 character is someone who they've studied. They have at least a little bit of experience at doing whatever they're doing. So, like a level 1 wizard has been slinging fire bolts for long enough to be able to be like, okay, I can hit this like roughly like 50% of the time. Right? I can hit this. I can hit that fucking firebolt. Like, you know, like fuck. Like I want to feel like a level 1 at level 1 you should be competent. You should be competent in what your character has dedicated their life to. I'm just gonna change our Twitch listing here, right? So in Pathfinder, I do not feel competent. I feel like a dead fucking weight because I picked wizard or sorcerer, whatever the fuck I picked. All right, fuck, guys, what fucking race are we picking? We're either gonna pick a. I like how they changed body type. Changed it to body type. Actually, I like that. That's pretty cool. WoW is an abbreviation for World of Wowcraft. Undead wizard who failed to become a pro. Ooh, actually, technically that exists. It's called a demi-lich. Though they're usually reduced to just a skull. Failing your lich exams generally goes badly. Starter party got attacked with a starter in by an above average encounter. It was supposed to be a party wipe, but the NPC farmer got very good rolls and saved the entire party. They adopted him, Farmer John the Mighty. Yeah, and if I was the DM in that situation, I would have actually given John like a couple levels in, like a level in fighter. You know, like our man's saved the day, like and killed something that like, you know, should have been like, you know, relatively difficult. That man should have got a level up. And I hope he did. I hope the DM gave him like a level in fighter. Or something, yeah, or some sort of hero bloodline thing. Yeah. Alright, fucking. Okay, I think I'm gonna go undead. Hi, Shooty. We're upset. We're upset. Alright. Chat. I'm gonna flip a coin, and by flip a coin I mean roll a d6. Odds are even. Odds are even. The first one I see is what it's gonna be. That's gonna be heads. Heads, mage, tails. Oh damn! Shooty coming out here with the
trans rights.
Hell yeah! All right. Level 1 is the lowest level of actually doing the thing. No, starting exactly, and that's something that Pathfinder doesn't seem to understand. Heads or tails? He became one of the main DPS of the party, basically an awakened NPC. Fuck yeah! Hell yeah, John the Farmer! Come on, y'all. Kratos once in a golf game played using a chain clip. That's fucking amazing. I love that. Come on, fucking odds are even, guys. Odds are even. Like, say odd or even. That's not what I'm asking! Whatever you guys say is gonna be heads. Whatever you guys say is gonna be heads. Because I don't have a coin, I do have a d6, though. Odd. Okay, so odd is heads. Heads we play mage. Tails we play warlock. Okay, we got a 3. So that means you're playing mage. Whatever side is fair. I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much. I love y'all. Alright, you're playing an undead mage. I kind of like the porcelain doll face, but, like, that's very, like, overdone. Oh, I forgot that this was in vanilla. We do a little rigging. Your character should have a plausible reason for coming an adventure and thinking they could. Exactly! Like, fuck! Like, Dungeon, like, fucking Goblin Slayer actually does this really well. You guys remember, like, episode 1? Where, like, the fighter, the fighter that got his arm cut off by the goblins? Remember his reasoning for what was going on? And he was like, yeah. Remember he was like, well, I mean, I've been fighting goblins in my home village for, like, years. Like, I figured I might as well just become an adventurer and get paid for it. So, he was woefully unprepared for what he was walking into. But, our boy's reasoning was sound. And honestly, if he was smart enough to realize that using a two-handed longsword in a fucking cave that's about fucking 4 feet tall, like, if he was smart enough to realize that that was a bad idea, he probably could have gone on to be an actual pretty decent adventurer. I mean, it's a 50-50 chance of me a numerology sorcerer. No, it's not! Okay, we're gonna make a redhead. And we're gonna give her... Oh, you guys want the stupid sex face? Do you guys want the stupid sex face? Let's go. Alright, let's go, stupid sex face. Let's get... What's her name? Give me some names, chat. Actual names. If it's just memes, I'm not doing it. They're teaching newbies. Google Doom Guy teaches Isabel to use the super shotgun. Ooh, I think I've seen that. Brenda! Okay, I'm gonna go Isabel. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah. Is a Brenda. Catlipolka? Bellandonna. Hey, I see the sex joke in there. Oh, Eleonora. I think like an action. I think like. Okay, if Eleonora doesn't work, it's gonna be Isabrenda. All right, Isabrenda. Behold our child, Isabrenda. Oh fuck. This will be our child. We shall raise her together. I love our daughter already. Tomboy zombie GF. This is the name. Brenda Fitz is the name usually given to Zerg queens in streams. Oh fuck. Okay, so this is Wrath of the Lich King, so it's a little bit divorced from vanilla, but like Wrath of the Lich King was still a lot harder than fucking modern WoW is. Well, I say that actually, but I think they've actually raised the difficulty a little bit. Like just a smidge. Nowhere near as much as it was back in 04, but like Ida's been leveling in WoW retail and actually dies sometimes. Which is more than I can say for, like, the peak of Shadowlands with, like, fucking all the bloat. Oh, shit, I don't think we have sound. We do not have sound. There we go.
Led by the Banshee,
Oh god. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Cool, I don't care. Oh, god. Fuck. Oh god, I've got so many add-ons on! Fuck! Pretty sure okay, we're gonna turn off that. It's a bit quiet. No, the guy just talks quietly. Don't you dare pick me up. Don't you dare do it.
And you
Yeah, like, man, remember when, like, we thought that Sylvanas was gonna actually get, like, a proper arc and everything? And it was going to actually be, one, interesting, and two, like, actually make us feel like, you know, it was actually good in the end? Not a very angry Shooty being dragged. Oh, fuck. I can't believe Shooty died. Yeah, my point being, though. My point being, though, like, I do not feel, like, okay, look, I'm, like, so if we assume, so WoW does not work off of, like, a D20 system. Speaking of WoW, do I plan on streaming the Dragon expansion MSQ? I do. Level 275 on Elden Ringers and counting? Hell yeah. So, okay, so I've got these zombies I gotta kill, right? So, let's assume I'm rolling a d20 every time I cast a spell, right? And that's not how WoW works. WoW works off of a percentile system. So that's three cast a fireball. And I actually hit all three, which surprises the shit out of me, but hey, miracles can happen. So 1d20, 2d20, 3d20. So I rolled above that guy's AC every time, and I didn't feel like I was, you know, I didn't feel like I was basically dead weight, and that I'm going to get my ass beat. That will change as, you know, I level up and, you know, the game gets harder. But the vast majority of Blizzard design will go as a bunch. Okay, so Dragon Isles. So Nemo, I don't know if you were there for when I streamed the opening for Drakthir, but they actually, yeah, see, I missed. So yeah. And I missed again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel overpowered, but I feel competent. When I miss, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like I'm missing because someone else is fucking with me. Like, and even then, if you notice, I only really started missing when I was in melee range. And I don't know if that's a mechanic here. I've never known if that's a mechanic, because I never played mage when I was a kid. I was a shaman main. And when you play shaman, if at least for lower levels, when someone gets close, you just fucking you have a mace in your hand. Hit them with the mace. You know, versus, you know, mage, where it's like, you're a wizard, you're going to cast spells, and that's all you're gonna do. So, like, I don't actually know if there is a quote-unquote disadvantage state for casting in melee range. It would not surprise me if there was, but I don't think there is. And then I level up. Like, I'm not saying that WoW is like the epitome of how a wizard should feel in games, because it very much is not, especially not classic WoW. Because holy shit, like being a spellcaster in classic WoW, like you could feel powerful, but by God, did it take a minute? But at the very least, you felt competent in the lower levels. However, spitballing occurred to me, there's an entire ecology for deities, gods, to show if a significant enough people conceptualize something beyond physicality as a raw primal avatar or something, get people to name it and describe to it someone you had pretty minor idol/deity, and starts to get the bare sense of a will, more people, more power for the god, equals bestowable powers, belief falls off, they're forgotten, more in this, ooh. I mean, isn't that how, like, gods basically work in D&D? And fair, yeah, well, yeah, isn't that just Discworld? Fuck. Like, I think for every single system, whether it's a video game, whether it is a video game or it is a why is my brain not working? Whether it's a video game or a tabletop system, at level 1, you should not feel like you can kill God. But you should feel like you could kill that goblin over there. You could kill that gnoll. You could kill that fucking like that fucking whatever the fucking annoying creature is like over to your left. You know? Like, in Pathfinder, it very much feels like if you kill anything as a caster at level 1, it almost feels like you weren't meant to do it. And what Hyamda said really bugs me, because Hyamda said, like, wait, why did you take spells that do damage? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dark Lady watching.
So, like, there's that assumption.
Embrace the shadow.
Yeah, like a single chicken should not feel like a mortal threat. Exactly. Where is... There it is. Yeah. Oh boy. So, like, the main weakness of mages in WoW is that they are very, very limited by their mana. So, I feel competent. I can hit my fireballs, but will I have enough mana? And every missed spell is mana wasted. Right? So then it becomes... So then the challenge... So then at level 1, it's like, okay, I'm casting fireballs, I can kill a thing, it's not a problem. But as you level up and your spells get stronger and they have more bigger mana costs, it's like, 1, can I kill this thing before I have to drink? 2, if I kill this thing, will I have enough mana to get out of here and then drink? 3, what am I going to do if something else comes into the fight that I did not budget my mana for? That is what I was talking about. It is expected in the lower levels of Pathfinder, casters focus mainly on utility and CC and become glass cannons later on, but it's totally counterintuitive. Like, at that point, why not just fucking prevent me from taking any direct damaging spells? Yeah. Like, fucking, like, really, like, Pathfinder really feels like D&D for people that fucking hate spellcasters. Like, as you can see, like, my mana does not go down very much. Like, my mana's, like, you know, like, I'm using, like, a little bit. But once I get, like, Frostbolt and higher level spells, my rotation is gonna get a lot more complex. But I'm also gonna have to start budgeting. Like... So, like, compare that to, say... Good news, your internet? Hell yeah, Malician! Hell yeah! Remind me of a story where a guy at level 3 arrived in the level 90 zone. He was evil aligned and ended up in a good aligned city, so at level 85 child he knew he was fucked. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't know what game that is, because that's clearly not WoW, but fuck. The important part is what goes on after this entire system. Forgotten deities still retain the power they got at that point, but it devoid of a name, of a will, and they meld into a hive mind where you got great untapped power, but it deals with entropy. Oh, that's fucked. How am I doing? We switched to WoW because I was sad and upset. So yeah, so let's compare So let's compare, like, that mage, right? Which is from, like, fucking 10 years ago. Actually, more than 10 years ago. With, like, the mage that we've got now. Yeah, like D&D does have an issue where D&D's casters are way too powerful, but Pathfinder corrects in the complete opposite direction. Like, way too much. So, this is a cell. This is by Frost Mage that I made, like a while ago. Never got her to max level, but she'll service our point. Assuming we can actually get logged in. So, modern day mage in World of Warcraft does not have the same mana issues that Dazzle's system allows you to make numerous mistakes or actively work against a competent build. The system runs a buffs versus debuffs, and reliably hits something you need to stack buffs on yourself such debuffs on enemies, and is not clear for new players so they're deep enough in the game. And honestly, after going through what I went through and seeing the rules broken down as they are, I don't want to get deeper into the game. And honestly, I don't see how anyone would. I don't see how anyone would. Like, why would I not just play a tabletop that respects my fucking... that respects my fucking time as a player? Like, yes, let me get my fucking asshole fucked open for, like, however many hours it takes to reach level 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6, or 7, or 8, wherever the fuck it gets good. Yeah. Yeah, Kadalbo, that's what it feels like. I don't know if Kadalbo, speaking from experience, that's what it feels like. Would I like an egg? Nah. Nah, I'm fine. Oh, that fucking sucks. Okay, so wizard. Or mage in this case. So bear in mind, I'm not at max level here, so I'm missing a lot of shit. But like versus just, you know, just one button and barely using any mana. Like Frost Mage, boop, a boopa. A Frost Mage, while they don't have to worry about mana, they do need to worry about their cooldowns. So, just gonna start this off by Icy Veins, Mirror Image, Frozen Orb. Oh, that's fun. None of my spell effects loaded in. So for a Frost Mage, you're constantly generating icicles. And charges of Flurry, right? What you need to do is you need to spend your icicles as you get them. And just like having icicles staying on you is generally not a bad idea. Cause like that's wasted damage and it's basically keeping things there. Like as you can see, my mana bar is not really going down because mana is not what Frost Mages have to manage. Frost Mages need to manage their charges of Flurry, they need to manage their icicles, and they need to just, you know, get good, basically. So if I have 5 icicles, whenever I cast a spell that would generate an icicle when I have 5 icicles, will throw an icicle, but the icicles, they stack their damage. But if I use Ice Lance with a proc, every icicle I have gets shot at once. So, the damage on them stacks. So what I want to do is I want to build 5 icicles and then get rid of them as quick as I can. Yeah. I mean, bear in mind, you know, like, this is something that I've practiced and learned over, like, 58 levels. Right? And then compare that to Arcane Mage, where unless they've changed, they actually do need to manage their mana. Pathfinder's like some anime meme in a certain way. Believe me. Believe me, dude, it gets better later. It rewards those who love theory crafting and building characters. It would be effective in the long term. Yeah. So fire has to manage their crits. So basically, like, classic World of Warcraft, like mages have to manage their mana, right? In this version of World of Warcraft, frost mages have to manage their icicles. Fire mages need to manage their crits. Because if a fire mage runs out of... Because fire mage is based entirely around crit damage. If a fire mage is not critting, they're not doing damage. And so they can get natural crits, where, like, you know, they roll the dice, they get a nat 20. But they also have abilities that guarantee them crits. And if they do not use those abilities wisely and use them in a way that is sustainable, they're going to be doing dick all for damage, and they're going to get kicked out of their raid because they won't be able to do anything. Arcane Mage, however, they actually do need to worry about their mana because I don't have bars set up for this. Yeah, well, yeah, that's why they don't use random crits. They use, like, crits that they created. It's like using the, fucking, the Frontier Justice. Versus, like, Arcane Mage, like, I use Arcane Blast, right? Like, it's actually using mana. So, Arcane Mage, their main ability, which is Arcane Blast... Like, they gotta use it, and as they use it, they get arcane charges, which are underneath my health bar. And for every stack of arcane charge I have, my mana consumption goes down. Right? So, what I need to do is, I need to keep it high, and then once I've run low on mana, I use Arcane Blast, which gets rid of my mana, which gets rid of my charges, but now I've got dick all for mana. So, what do I do? That's stocked crits, basically, yeah. So what do I do? Well, Arcane Mages have an ability called Evocation. Here. And they can use that in combat to raise their mana to full, but Evocation has a minute and a half cooldown. Right? So, Arcane Mages, their entire fucking playstyle is based around, building up, is based on spending their mana wisely. Like, and if they have the ability to regen that mana, like, say, Evocation is up or whatever, they use Evocation, they get their mana back, but then they don't have a safety net for a minute and a half. So, like, I would argue that Arcane Mage is honestly one of the ones that probably is as close to Vanilla WoW Mage as you can get. Because that's basically how mages worked for the longest time. Burn the fuck out of your mana, use Evocation. Okay, and back then, Evocation had a 3-minute cooldown. Okay, so now you have to play conservatively for 3 minutes. Like, I hope you brought mana potions, hope you brought mana gems. The sad thing about Wrath of the Righteous, behind the system is a really solid story, cool mythic concepts, awesome OST, great party members, clever plays and certain tropes. Through the way they play around the trope of, I can fix her party member. But to get all this, the game requires you to struggle against the system is based on... No, it's not for me. It's not for me, Chief. I'm sorry. I don't have any talent points. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, like, WoW is really, really good at making you feel competent from the get-go. I will argue that, like, Modern WoW's systems are... not great for leveling. At max level, by the way, here's my daughter. I love her. At max level, like, it's great, and like, you can feel, like, the years and years of experience in class design in there. Especially with the reworks they've done to get the new talent system in, right? The new talent system absolutely fucks, and it's great, and I love it, and it's way better than what we've been using for the last, like, 10 years. It's a lot more similar to the old system, but, actually good. Like, the main good thing about the old system from vanilla was that it was very, very customizable. But there was a lot of fluff and a lot of shit that was garbage and no one liked. Now, there's not really much in the way of fluff, and it's just actively good. Yeah, it's like, it takes the, oh boy, okay, so I very rarely use the quote-unquote meta build in World of Warcraft. Like, even way back when, I would always, like, try and figure out what was best for how I play, and it usually worked out for me. Sometimes it didn't, and I'd have to adjust to be more in line with the meta, but we don't talk about that. When they limited it to every 5 levels you get to pick one of 3 talents, fuck you, a meta emerged because you got so few options. Of course like, there's going to be a best one. Like, fuck. Right? Like, that's just how it fucking works. But the new one, right? So I actually did look up, like, what the quote-unquote best build was, right? For Evoker, because I was like, okay, what's going on? And you know what I saw? Like, there are a few talents that are like, okay, like, this one you probably need to take. So, like, for example, like, this one, Temporal Anomaly, is really good because it's an absorb shield that hits the entire party. And it's really fucking good, especially when you pair it with Resonating Sphere, which basically gives. I'll explain this later, but yeah, like, it's really good. It's really good is the point. Yeah, and then I think Spirit Bloom is mandatory, and did we get disconnected? Shit, are we back? Guys, are we back? Fuck, how much did you guys miss? How much did you guys miss? How much just got... Only a second or so? Okay. So yeah, so look how many talents there are, right? On this one tree. We're gonna get to this one in a minute. Hi, Nam. Yeah, Spirit Bloom is mandatory, Temporal Anomaly is mandatory, and there's argument on this one. So this one's not even, like, mandatory. Dream Flight is considered mandatory by a lot of the best raiders. But there are arguments, and some people would argue that, like, it's not really needed, and you can do other stuff, right? So that's 3 talents. 3 talents out of all of these that is considered mandatory. Even this one, Punctuality, which gives your basic heal over time 2 charges instead of just 1, is considered optional because there's other shit that you could spend the point on and it would be just as good, if not better, depending on your playstyle. That's fucking insane for World of Warcraft. Like, holy shit. Like, I imagine as people get more used to these trees, meta builds will come out, right? And I will admit that the build I have here is very similar to what they have on Icy Veins. But that's mostly because I went down those, I looked at it myself, I was like, okay, what's good, what do I want? And when I looked at the Icy Veins thing, so I did not have Temporal Anomaly, I had Temporal Anomaly, but I didn't have Resonating Sphere. I had, I think it was Golden Hour, I had Golden Hour, right? Which basically, your heal over time heals 15% of all damage taken. A boopa. Right? And that's still a valid choice. That's still a valid talent to pick. But then, like, I read their explanation for Resonating Sphere, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's really good. I want that one. And I'm not really using Golden Hour, so boop, boop. That's fucking insane for World of Warcraft. The fact that there is that much fucking variety in talent builds. Like, and even then, like, I still haven't done any raids or anything, so, like, I might wind up changing some of this shit around when I actually, you know, make contact with the enemy. Like, same thing over here. Like, Zephyr, not mandatory at all. It's just a raid cooldown. I could very easily have gone for Time Spiral instead. Like, or gone for Terror of the Skies. Which, I mean, I'm a healer, so I don't know why I would go for Terror of the Skies, but if I was in a Mythic Plus and I needed that CC, it would be good.
I just needed you to know. I love you.
It's exceptionally good for a WoW. Okay. Fuck, that's not supposed to be backhanded. Because I am actually really, really proud of the designers for actually taking what people wanted from talent systems for, like, the last 10 years. And now that most of, like, the really shitty people are gone from the company, like, the people remaining are like, okay, let's actually fucking, like, listen to what people have to say. And they put in a system that is better than what most people wanted. Unironically, this is everything people wanted when people say, bring back the old talent system. Fucking, like, dialed up to 11. This is ridiculously good. Like, fuck.
Hello, friend.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that quest. I already done it on every other character. Like, no joke. Like, and also, like, this flying mechanic for the Drakthir is so fucking good. They put skill-based flying into WoW. I mean, to be fair, I feel like them getting dethroned did light a fire under their ass a little bit, but at the same time, getting rid of a lot of the more problematic people in the company probably helped a fucking shit ton. You know? Like, most of the people that were holding WoW back were the same people that had been there for years, thought they knew everything, and at the same time plowed ahead ignoring people's like what people wanted. I mean, they also, you know, did a lot of rape, so like that's another thing. Like, yeah, this isn't like as good as like this isn't like as like long distance as like traditional flying, because, you know, you have to keep your momentum, and like it's essentially a glide, less so a fly. But you can still go so fucking far, it's ridiculous. Yeah, the whole thing you can do via fun fact, every single person that was on that panel that held that opinion has either been demoted or fired. And I think that's a really good fucking thing. Yeah, shit. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting Pathfinder to blow this much dick. I'm sorry. I am a little bit ashamed of myself that I got so upset with Pathfinder that I just went like, nah, fuck this, I'm outie. Always bug me when winged characters can fly, it's a good shtick. Yeah, like, I do find it kind of funny the demon hunters still can't fly, though. I still find that fucking hilarious. Like, oh boy, because they like, okay, so like, Drakthir all have like the same ability. They've got the same glide ability, it's even got the same icon as fucking Demon Hunter's glide. It's got the same mechanics, it's got the same fucking physics, it's got everything, right? But Demon Hunters can just do this. Like, Demon Hunters they can jump off a high thing and they can just slowly drift down. It's basically just like a slow fall, essentially.
Rights.
But then, like, not only did Drakthir get that, they also get to fucking fly once every 3 minutes. Like, actual straight-up fly. Alien XFF14 place to be able to fly. I don't think there's any, like, Final Fantasy races that could fly. And I think, actually, they said that, female Hrothgar will be their last race, I think. And honestly... Okay, I'm about to say a hot take. Final Fantasy XIV, while I love that game, and I do think that it does do a lot of shit better than World of Warcraft, and I mean a lot of shit, like a ridiculous amount of shit better than World of Warcraft. Character customization in 14, up until the release of the Drakthir, blew WoW's ass out. Right? Oh boy. But, like the complexity of the fucking 14 character creator. Like, so how long did I spend making my Drakthir the other day? That was like, I spent 1 hour. 1 entire hour just making this character. Right? That is a level of complexity that, in 14, every race has. Every race has, except for, like, the Hrothgar, but no one plays Hrothgar, so who cares? Right? And like, I think the rest of WoW's races, while they have expanded character customization a lot, it's not anywhere near where 14's character customization is. I don't know if it ever will be. I feel like the only races that will get, like, the Drakthir level of customization will be races that come after Drakthir. Which is fine. Whatever, right? But I will say that World of Warcraft has much more variety of the races than 14 does. Is that fair to say? Like, in 14, just about every single race is some variant of humanoid. Like, and they all have more or less the same build. The difference is height. And then the occasional exception, like the Rogadin or the Hrothgar. But the Rogadin and the Hrothgar basically share the same fucking skeleton, so I don't know if that counts. Right? So, while 14 has much better character detail, like, and you can do, like, a ridiculous amount of shit with it, WoW has better, like, fuck, what's the word? WoW has more, variety in body shape, I guess. I guess that's, yeah, variety in body shape. That's what I want to say. So, like, I remember in Neverwinter Nights when I got my red Dragon Disciple, like, grew wings, only for them to be decorative. I had an encounter with a bunch of humanoid winged demons. They could dragoon jump. They know me no way. Oh, boy, that's fucking annoying. But yeah. Okay, so just as an example. So here's my Drakthir. No fucking race in the game looks like the Drakthir. Because they're brand new, so of course not. Right? But then we, like, look at our... So we have the Tauren. So we have we got the Orcs. We got the Undead. And I'm gonna just have everyone be a warrior, just because it's easier. We got the Orcs. We got, yeah, so we got, like, our big, burly brick wall guys. We got, like, their, like, muscle mommies. Like, the difference does bug me a little bit. Like, I can't have a super wide fucking orc waifu, but... Hang on. Have they updated the... No fucking way. No fucking way. When did they add this shit? Okay, so this still is not at the level that 14 is, but that's still a big fucking step. Holy shit. That's a big fucking step in the right direction. Yeah, like fucking, like, war paints and, like, more detail. Holy shit. You know, we got the undead, we got our ganglies, and we got our gross skelemen. Got Tauren. We got the trolls, lanky motherfuckers. We got you know, the effeminate elves. Got the goblins! And we got the Pandaren. Which are actually, they're all fat. You know, they're, like, I mean, like, the women are not, the women are more curvy, but, like, these, like, look at this fucking tubby boy. Look at this tubby boy. Dragon Kite Pet? Yeah, I've got drops enabled, apparently. Got the Volpera, which they do share a lot of skeleton with the goblins, but it's different enough. The Zandalari trolls, who have a completely different skeleton. Except for the women, of course, because why would the women have a different skeleton? Got the Maghar orcs, which are the same. Hymantorum, which are, like, these are allied. The allied races are reuse some skeletons, so, like, these guys don't really count all that much, but some of them are different enough that I'm willing to give them a pass. Got the Worgen, which are completely different. Got the Draenei. Got the Gnomes. Night Elves. Dwarves. And of course, the humans. Got the Void Elves, which are Blood Elves, but they're on the other side, and also they've got some different customization options. Got fat humans, curvy humans. I mean, actually, I would say that this one's, like, a bit tubbier than curvy, but still. Like, and, yeah. Like, while WoW's customization, as, like, at the detail level, is nowhere near as good, like, WoW has way more diversity of body shape. Way more. Like, in Final Fantasy, like, detail-wise, it's ridiculously different. And, of course, like, each race has different animations. Of course they do. But, like, going from the Aura to the Mikote to the Elezen to the humans, it's basically just, like, how tall you want to be, dog. Do you want cat ears? Do you want dragon scales? Do you want to have pointy ears? Do you want to be a human? Like, if you want, like, the most diverse shit they got is the Rogadin and the Hrothgar and the Lalafell. Like, those are the only ones that really break the mold. But, yeah, like, I love 14. I love 14. I think 14 is probably gonna be my main MMO. But I do have a soft spot for World of Warcraft, and I do really enjoy World of Warcraft. And I'm really, really glad that they're taking the time to actually improve on the shit that they probably should have been improving when 14 was coming out. I hate that it took multiple fucking rape allegations and, like, a shitload of people getting fucking fired because they were, one, bad at their job, and two, rapists. Like, in order for the game that I grew up on to fucking change and improve. But at the very least, now those people are gone, we're seeing a lot more stuff from the game that is good and improving and shit that is gonna keep the MMO market healthy, and I really appreciate that. My throat still kind of hurts. Yeah, exactly. Xeno just summed it up. 14 is the better game overall, but WoW is at the very least trying to improve and become a better game. They didn't add sightless Cyclops and humanoid dragons in 14. I mean, I'm reinstalling WoW, see how it's improving. WoW is definitely getting better. The leveling experience is still not great. I'm hoping that the leveling experience changes at some point. But based on the Drakthir opening, the Drakthir starter quests, like, the questing experience in Dragonflight is going to be much, much better. The unfortunate thing about all of the fucking bullshit that was wrong, I played since early Legion. Oh boy, so you missed Chromie Time. So they added a thing in Battle for Azeroth called Chromie Time that they did at the same time as the level squish. So when you're leveling, if you are a brand new account, you have to level 1 to 50 through Battle for Azeroth. Which, I will admit, is not a bad leveling experience, especially if you're new. But it does kind of throw you in at the deep end story-wise, and you might, and like, someone who's brand new would be like, well, what the fuck's going on? If you're leveling an alt, then you can use Chromie Time, which you speak to Chromie and she puts you into the timeline of another expansion. You level 1 to 60 through Cataclysm, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Pandaria, etc., etc., etc. And you kind of have a similar issue. The later expansion you do, the less idea you have of what the fuck is going on. And also, like, if you pick Burning Crusade, you're picking a leveling experience from 2006. Versus if you were to pick Legion, you're picking one from 2016. But, I do kind of wish they would bring back the old leveling, where it was like, you go from vanilla to Burning Crusade to Wrath. Like, basically you level through the expansions and you have a general idea of what the fuck is happening. But I'm hoping that at some point they manage to undo the damage that is done. I'm really hoping they do. But yeah, my throat kind of hurts still, and we're coming up on 3 hours. So yeah, leveling through the expansions would have been ideal, but, like, even if they truncated it, even if they truncated the expansions, like, if you're leveling, you know, like, they give you, like, a path, like, hey, here's, like, the quest you need to hit to, like, get the story, right? Like, that would have been better. It would not have been ideal, because you'd be missing a lot of side stories, but at least you would know the general fucking gist. Like, goddamn. Yeah, my throat's starting to hurt again, and I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, so we're coming up in 3 hours. I'm gonna bop this on the head here, and we're gonna head out. So let's raid someone. We're gonna raid one of my model siblings. Hell yeah. I will. Alright, so we're gonna raid, Kurozanos. So Kurozanos is another one of my model siblings, made by Oishi. We kinda hung out in VR chat once, but other than that, I do not think he knows me at all, so let's just go see what he's like. When you get there, hit him with one of these. Hit him with one of those. Have a good one. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. We're gonna be watching Chainsaw Man Spy X Family Hoseki no Kuni. Okay, bye!